My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
As we welcome those of you tuning in for Casper Ruud against Valentin Vacherot, the Monegasque who won an ATP Masters 1000 title last year in Shanghai. He's going to be coming up against the three-time Grand Slam champion Casper Ruud. The winner of this could potentially play Carlos Alcaraz in the next round. Alcaraz has got to beat Rinderknecht. We're going to have 2 breakback points here for Siniakova. And now Taylor Fritz, by the way, love 30 down on his serve. And Siniakova does indeed get the break back. This is the match that just keeps on giving. 3-all now in the deciding set. Mickelson beat, by the way, 3 break points on the Taylor Fritz serve. 6-4. Mickelson won the first set. It's 2-all in the second. But Fritz serving at love 40. Vacherot and Ruud are on the court warming up. Oh dear, Mina Andreeva. She had a short ball there that she couldn't deal with, and she dumped that forehand into the net. And as a result, we're back on serve. Taylor saves the first break point, by the way, against Mickelson. He saved the second as well. So we're back to 30-40 there. Or we're at 30-40 there, I should say. So 3-all. Mina Andreeva. Oh, and Andreeva's missed that backhand as well. It's just all falling apart right now for Mina. 15 love. Although Siniakova now is the one who's going to cut a frustrated figure as it becomes 15-all. Smash here for Andreeva. She's just going to get that in. Now Siniakova's at the net and she's going to be passed. 15-30. I say passed. I mean, she did get a racket on it. But ultimately, Mina Andreeva wins the point. Okay, Siniakova to serve here at 15-30 down the tee. That was a miss-hit forehand return, but it doesn't matter. We're into the rally here. Siniakova fighting. Can she get this one? She can, but it's going to be a drive volley. And look at that miss. And look at the reaction from Mina Andreeva. You just knew that it's going to be a toughie because she's already on set point. She missed a horrible drive volley. And I'm telling you now, this is turning into a rough year so far for Mina. In fact, it's been a rough, probably 12 months since winning the title in Indian Wells last year. Okay, we're into the rally here. Still 30 all, and still Siniakova in trouble, and she's put that forehand into the net. So she's in much bigger trouble now. Vacherot will serve first against Casper Ruud. Kruger's up an early break on Svitolina, by the way, leads 2-love. Break point here for Andreeva. Decent return from her. Great backhand up the line, though, from Siniakova to get us to deuce. How she would dearly love to improve her singles CV to something close to what it is for Mickelson. If you're just tuning in, please do hit subscribe. Fam Soldier 21 here saying he's a big fan of Mickelson. Mel, though, is pretty sure that Fritz is losing this set and therefore the match, I guess. She's going to win the Berlin Open, says Stephen, regarding Siniakova. And she's going to have a game point here. And Fritz has 3 break point back. Break point back. He's got 3 break points to get it back on serve against Alex Mickelson. Siniakova holds for 4-3. After a... Can I call that return rubbish from Andreeva? I mean, it was rubbish. Kruger and Svitolina are back on serve, by the way. Svitolina's broken back, so that's 2-1, but they are on serve. And Fritz, by the way, talking of being back on serve, 3 break points, but the first is saved by Alex Mickelson. And Vacherot and Casper Ruud are just underway. 3 on Stadium 3, 15 all with Vacherot serving first. Can Casper Ruud get to the round of 16? Just wondering if he's ever been in the quarters in the desert. I'm not sure he'll be getting to the quarters this year because Carlos Alcaraz is potentially in the way for both these two players. Siniakova holds. And look at that scream there from Andreeva. She's cutting a very frustrated figure. Mickelson saved another break point. So it's 30-40 over on Stadium 2 in that All-American clash as they hit the 1 hour and 2 minute mark there. This match, by the way, for Andreeva and Siniakova may well reach the 3 hour mark. We'll see. They're at 2 hours, 35 minutes right now. Iga Swiatek and Maria Sakkari waiting patiently because they will be taking the court at the conclusion of this match. And Mickelson saves another break point. They're back to deuce. For those of you just tuning in, by the way, do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. We have just hit the 26,700 subscriber mark. Yep, she's pretty annoyed, is Andreeva right now. Double fault from her. Love 15. Deary me. Okay. So love 15 here becomes... Is she going to miss that, Siniakova? Or is that going to land in? No, she misses it. 15 all. $15.30 now, though, on the Andreeva serve. Do hit that like button. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Also, get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win. Get to 30 all now. We've got polls for all our matches. Okay, backhand here from Siniakova into the forehand of Andreeva. That lob from Andreeva, though, is going to miss. So 30-40, break point for Katerina Siniakova. And if she was to get the break point, she would be serving for the match. 30-40. How's this one going to pan out? Forehand from Miro Andreeva, clips the net. I think she's going to be lucky here. I think she might be lucky, Miro Andreeva, to win this point. Oh, my goodness me. That net cord. She does apologize for it. But boy, oh boy, what a stroke of luck there for Miro Andreeva. That completely changed the nature of that point. But still, Miro reacted pretty well in terms of, I mean, she had to react a bit less than Siniakova. Anyway, deuce it is. Ace down the tee, bringing up game point for Miro. Remember, this is a title defense for her because she won the title last year, coming from a set down against Aryna Sabalenka to win the title. But we are back to deuce. And it's going to be a second serve here for Siniakova to look at. To the rally here. Andreeva goes long, so we've got another break point for Katerina Siniakova. Chop back return. Forehand from Andreeva goes into the net. Siniakova gets the break, making up for that net cord that went against her, so maybe she deserves that. And now she will serve for the match. Pretty exhausted, but she will serve for the match. Backhand winner, is that? No, but it doesn't matter for Miro Andreeva. It was a great backhand cross court that Siniakova couldn't deal with. So we're at love 15. Indeed, what a shot that was. Love 30 now. You knew this just wouldn't be easy. I mean, we've just had so many breaks of serve today that nothing is easy. Ruud and Vacherot on serve, by the way, at the early stages of their match. And Svitolina and Kruger are 2 games all. 15-30 here. Siniakova serving for the match. 15-30. Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. Oh, good forehand there, but well defended by Siniakova. Can she defend this? Yes, she can. Forehand Andreeva. Can Siniakova defend this? Yes, she can. Forehand Andreeva. Can Siniakova? Yes, she can. Can she defend this? Now it's going to be a smash for Miro Andreeva, and she puts it away for 15-40. Still fighting, defending, trying to defend her title. Mikkelsen leads 4-2, by the way, in the second set over Fritz. He's 2 games away from upsetting the 2022 champ. Fritz has just held, though, so it does get to 4-3. 2 break points here for Miro Andreeva. And Andreeva misses the return there, so 30-40. Hi, Jane. Okay, we're into the rally here. Oh, and Andreeva's missed that. Deary me. Woo. So we're back to deuce, or we're at deuce, I should say. 2 break points there for Miro Andreeva have come and gone. Okay, forehand slice here from... oh, what a backhand cross court that is. And Miro Andreeva gets another break point as a result. What a backhand cross court that was. Now into the rally here. Good shot up the line there. Siniakova defends really well. And the backhand from Andreeva goes into the net. So we are now at deuce. Andreeva here. Deuce. She's had 3 break points in this game. Remember, Iga Swiatek against Maria Sakkari coming up at the end of this match. Oh, what a volley that... Oh, no, it's just landed back on her side. I thought it had gone over the net from Miro Andreeva, but we're going to have a match point, and it's our first match point now for Katerina Siniakova. What a win this would be over the defending champ. Okay, we're into the rally here on match point. Ooh, great depth there from Siniakova. Backhand now from... defended by Siniakova. Forehand from Miro Andreeva. Forehand to forehand right now. Good depth there from Miro. Oh, it's a net cord. And it's going to be a net cord in favor of Siniakova on match point. Miro Andreeva can't believe it. Her total defense is over at the round of 32 stage. But she did get a net cord in her favor at a really important moment just a few moments ago. But Siniakova can't believe it. She knocks out the reigning champion in Indian Wells. And I think it's deserved. She was up a double break in the first set. and saw that come and go. The second set was nip and tuck. And Mina Andreeva shouts something. I don't know if it's towards the crowd or whether it's towards her team. But she loses. 4-6, 7-6, 6-3 is the win for Katerina Siniakova today. And she is super emotional after that dramatic win. Look at the tears there of joy, though, ultimately, because she has proceeded to the next round. She does apologize for the net call that she got on match point. But she's through to the round of 16. What do we make of that win, ladies? Was Siniakova lucky? Well, match point she was lucky, yeah. But in general, look at the way she threw a racket away, by the way, there, Mina Andreeva. And I think it's been a rough year since winning the title in Indian Wells last year. And she wears her heart on her sleeve, none more so than in that loss at the French Open, I would say, to Boisson. And in particular, since then, things have not looked great. Okay, here's Siniakova to talk.
Single trick you have in the book in order to win today. First, let's talk about why this win means so much to you. Very emotional.
Definitely very emotional. You know, I don't feel any part of my body, so I just kept fighting, and I don't believe it. I don't know what to say.
Can't believe it.
Never played her before. She's a defending champion. She comes out here. Was it experience? Was it finesse? Was it the fact that you're the #1 doubles player in the world and you had to come up with plan B, plan C? What do you think was the key today?
For me, definitely the key was to enjoy it. You know, I had no
Key to winning was enjoying it.
And I know that feeling, so I really enjoyed to be on the other side. And I was just trying to find a break point, you know, change the rhythm and just give her as much as ball to the other side. And I think I did really great job, so I'm really proud.
You should be proud, and they love you here in Indian Wells. You've been a champion here in doubles, and now a very serious contender in singles. Katerina Siniakova, way to go. Let's hear it for everybody.
Doesn't do a great job on her pronunciation, but doesn't matter. Siniakova will not care one iota as she proceeds after a 3-set epic over the defending champ. So the title defense for Mina Andreeva, is over. The round of 32 stage. As I say, it's not been the best of 12 months for her since winning the title in the desert a year ago. And Siniakova can take all the plaudits in what was a deserved win. Double break advantage she had in the first set. She was up 3-love, but that came and went. And once that they were back on serve, it did seem like Mina was going to win that match and win it in straight sets. I thought she'd win it in straights. But no, Siniakova served for the second set, couldn't do it. So that meant we went to a tiebreak. And then Siniakova won that tiebreak. But what position, where is Mina Andreeva at mentally right now? Do let me know in the comment section. And it is Siniakova who progresses, but deservedly so. But she did win it on a net cord. 4-6, 7-6, 6-3. Some stats, by the way, in that match. 37 winners for Mina Andreeva, just 27 for Siniakova. Siniakova, by the way, in terms of her doubles prowess, not too great in terms of points won at the net, just 50%, 9 from 18. And she also hit quite a few errors as well. But she proceeds to the next round. So hats off to her. And we will, of course, be having a watch along now for Iga Swiatek against Maria Sakkari. In the meantime, you know the drill. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on elsewhere. Mikkelsen serving for the match. Okay, against Taylor Fritz. Let's hone in on that now. 30-15 he leads on his serve as Mikkelsen tries to knock out the 2022 champ. Casper, Ruud and Vacherot are on serve. Svitolina leads Kruger 4-3 with a break. $30 here, Mikkelsen and Taylor Fritz. Taylor also not having the best of starts to the year, not won a title yet. Obviously had match points against Ben Shelton in Dallas. Okay, second serve here for Taylor Fritz to look at 30-all. Forehand here from Mikkelsen into the backhand of Taylor Fritz. Forehand from Mikkelsen into the forehand of Taylor Fritz. Forehand to forehand right now. Oh, it's a forehand error from Mikkelsen going into the net. So 30-40, we're going to have a break point. Well, let's see if it ends up being Mikkelsen in two. Not done yet. 30-40 here. Mikkelsen to serve. Down the tee, it's a good first serve. Good depth, though, on the return from Taylor Fritz. Backhand now into the forehand of Mikkelsen. It's a really good forehand from Alex. Now it's another forehand from him, which is also good. Taylor Fritz, what a volley that is. Is Taylor Fritz going to run this down? No, he's not. Yes, he's going to win this point. Surely from here he does, and he breaks. What an epic point that was. Difficult to know who was going to go and win that in the end, but it was Taylor with a forehand winner down the line, passing Mikkelsen, who was arguably a lame duck at the net. And we are back on serve. Vacherot and Ruud, Casper Ruud, that is. Valentin Vacherot against Casper Ruud, 3 games all in the first set. Svitolina leads Kruger 4-3 with a break. Maria Sakkari and Iga Swiatek will be on court shortly. Hello, Ghosty, who's joining us here for this Fritz Mikkelsen match. Love 15 on the Taylor serve. And now 15 all. It's now 15-30 on the Taylor Fritz serve. So Fritz having just broken. Kruger has 40 love to get to 5-4. I should say 4-5 because she is down a break, is Aisling Kruger. And Vacherot has a game point for 4-3. Taylor Fritz serves down the tee and ace to get us to 30 all. It's not salmon, though. I think it's more orange than salmon, because salmon is a bit pinkish, right? Pinkish orange. Nice backhand up the line. Taylor Fritz, though, defends it. That volley, though, is going to be too good for Mikkelsen, and he's going to have a break point. Alex Mikkelsen, break point. Lovely volley there. Wasn't the easiest of volleys, but he puts it away nicely, and he'll have a break point to give him a chance to serve for it once again. Serve down the tee, and that block return from him is not going to work, so we're back to deuce. Fritz here serving at deuce. And now Fritz goes long, so another break point for Mikkelsen. Break point number 2 in this game, an hour and 26 minutes on the clock. Oh, but Mikkelsen didn't read that serve, and it's an ace for Taylor Fritz to get us to deuce. Okay, backhand here clips the net. Bit lucky that one, Taylor. Now can he pass Mikkelsen? No, he can't. Not at the first time of asking. But what about that lob from Taylor Fritz? I mean, he's really happy with it. Maybe he should still apologize for the net cord. Let me know what you think in the live chat. But it was a sensational lob from Taylor. I mean, he probably didn't have really many choices. After the ball comes back to him here, didn't really have a lot of choices other than to go for the lob. But boy, did he execute it perfectly. Sticks one finger in the air and takes the plaudits. But he did get lucky with that net cord as well. Okay, we're into the rally here. Fritz here with a game point. Chases that down. Oh, Mikkelsen will feel disappointed he didn't put that volley away, giving Fritz a chance to get back in the point and take it. He did Taylor. And now Mikkelsen is going to serve to stay in the first set at 5-6. Iga Swiatek and Maria Sakkari will be commencing very, very shortly on Stadium 1. We've had one defending champion go out in the form of Mira Andreeva and another go through in the form of... No one is sorry for the net cord, says Jane. Oh, Ruud could definitely lose, Ghosty. Definitely. I should say 5-6 when Nicholson turns to the court. Nicholson's had his chances, now more so than when he was serving for the match. I think he got to 30 all as well, if memory serves. I say if memory serves, it's only a couple of minutes ago. 5 minutes was a long time ago. Yeah, Siniakova upsetting Mira Andreeva today. So she's through to the round of 16. Okay, Mikkelsen here on the backhand. Backhand to backhand exchange right now. They just feel each other out. Has that landed in? No, it's just gone out. 15 love. 15 all. And it's now 30-15 to Mickelson. Nice serve there, but they're in the rally. Mickelson comes into the net but doesn't have to deal with it. 40-15. Are we going to a tie break? Yes, we are. For those of you tuning in for Iga Swiatek and Maria Sakkari, that match is about to get underway. They are warming up on Stadium 1. And breaking news, Svitolina won the first set over Aisling Kruger by 6-4. And Vacherot is serving for the first set against Casper Ruud and has 2 set points. 40-15, Vacherot leads 5-3. I do think Vacherot will pose a slightly more difficult opponent to Carlos Alcaraz, presuming that Alcaraz wins today. And Vacherot wins the first set by 6-3 over Casper Ruud in 32 minutes. So he is 1 set up on Casper Ruud. Svitolina 1 set up on Aisling Kruger. Mickelson 1 set up on Taylor Fritz. But are we going to a third set? Quite possibly, because Fritz leads 2-0 in this tiebreak after Mickelson goes long there on the forehand. So 2-0 Taylor Fritz. Do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And if you hit subscribe, the number just below my head will tick over. And you'll know that it was you who made that difference. Okay, 2-1 now, Fritz. That was a disappointing miss there from Taylor. Okay, 3-1 now, Taylor Fritz. For those of you just joining, do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Four-one now. Fritz leads in this tiebreak. Remember, Mickelson was serving for the match, but was unable to get over the line at 5-4. Serves it down the tee. Look at that wind. But he's put the backhand away for 4-2. Change of ends. Okay, so 4-2. Two, 4, I should say. Mickelson serving here. Out wide. Okay, 4-3 now. So just the one mini break advantage that Taylor has in this tie break. With an ace there out wide, Mickelson. Mickelson, at least technically, he's just 4 points away from the win. But it feels a little far at the moment because he was serving for it and didn't serve it out. And he's a mini break down in this tie break. Taylor here serving 4-3. It's a good first serve, and it's now 5-3 because Mickelson can't deal with that on the backhand going long. Taylor leads 5-3 in this tiebreak. If he holds this point on serve, he will have 3 set points. It's a good serve down the tee. Forehand from Taylor into the backhand of Mickelson. And now it's on the backhand of Fritz, and he can't deal with that. And so it is 5-4, and the mini break advantage that Taylor had has gone. As quick as that. Mickelson to serve at 4-5. And Mickelson holds that point as well. So it's 5-all. Alex Mickelson 2 points away from the win. Okay, we're into the rally here. Forehand to forehand right now. Forehand from Fritz into the forehand of Mickelson. But Mickelson's going to miss-hit that forehand. And we're going to have a set point for Taylor Fritz on his serve. 6-5. Mickelson can't believe that. Do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. And if you do hit subscribe, watch that number below my head tick over. Serve down the tee. Forehand return. Forehand from Taylor Fritz. I think it's going to be too good. This should be a winning point for Taylor Fritz, but it's not done yet. He's got a tricky smash now to deal with. And I think he's still not done it. Ooh, are we back to neutral? No, not yet. Oh my goodness me, we're at neutral in this rally. Oh, what a forehand from Mickelson. And it's going to land out. Somehow Mickelson wins that point. 6-all. Taylor was not ruthless enough with some of those smashes. And as a result, it's 6 points all. How much will Taylor live to regret those smashes and those opportunities? Look at him put his head below his shirt. Taylor really should be doing something more with that. And as a result, it's 6 points all. Okay, we're into the rally here. Backhand from Taylor Fritz just over the net. Slice there from Mickelson. Forehand from Mickelson into the backhand of Taylor Fritz. Backhand up the line is really good, but Taylor defends it. Backhand now cross court into the backhand of Taylor Fritz. Backhand again from Mickelson, but Taylor Fritz is going to go long, and look how angry he is with that. He's angry, I think, more though because of the previous point. That's where he's frustrated. He knows that was a chance. So we've got match point for Alex Mickelson against the 2022 ATP Masters 1000 Indian Wells champion Taylor Fritz. Match point. Where are you going to go with this serve? In the first into the net. Second serve here for Fritz, therefore, to look at. Mickelson 7-6. He leads. Match point. Backhand returns. A good kick serve, that one. Nice one up the line. Taylor can't deal with it on the forehand side. He is livid with himself. He had chances on set point. But he was too casual with some of those smashes. Well done for Mikkelsen for fighting and staying in it. And he gets his reward, winning 8-6 in the tiebreak. It's a nice exchange between the two at the net. The 2022 champion, Taylor Fritz, is out. But Mikkelsen plows on through 6-4, 7-6. A little reminder for you. Mikkelsen goes up an early break, holds on to that break, gets over the line, wins the first set by 6-4. Goes up a break in the second set, serves for the match, doesn't get over the line. And once Taylor held for 6-5, we thought, uh-oh, we're going 3. And then you would have made Taylor Fritz the hot favorite. Fritz had set points, and none more so, with smashes on set points. And he couldn't put it away. Mikkelsen fighting. Got his reward because Taylor was perhaps just a bit too casual with some of those smashes. He thought it was done, perhaps. And he was livid with himself when he went and at 6-5 there, ends up going 6-all. Change of ends. And then Mikkelsen wins back-to-back points. And Fritz is out. His year so far has sucked. And here are some of the stats for this Fritz Mikkelsen match. 8.2 was the performance rating for Alex compared to 7.8 for Taylor. Mikkelsen, 35% of his serves were unreturned. That's pretty good. Both of them over 70% first serves in. And both of them over 70% first serves won. But Taylor Fritz won just 39% of his second serves. That is not good enough. And when you've got a return quality of 6.7 as well, Taylor, you're going to be in big trouble. He also didn't take enough of his breakpoint opportunities today, did Taylor. And that's it. His campaign, hoping to win a second title in Indian Wells, is over, as is this stream. Okay. Maria Sakkari and Iga Swiatek are underway, and Sakkari has the early break on the two-time winner, Iga Swiatek. So, they did play each other recently, and Sakkari won that in 3 sets. Vacherot and Ruud, by the way, are into their second set, as are Kruger and Svitolina. Ruud is serving, having lost the first set. 1 game all. 30-15 he leads, does the Norwegian. But all eyes, arguably now, on Maria Sakkari and Iga Swiatek. So Sakkari to serve here, leading 1-love. And it's 15-love for Sakkari. 6 minutes on the clock on Stadium 1. Okay, Sakkari here now, defending. Can she defend this? Actually, she might well win the point from it. Oh, dearie me, Maria. You should be putting that forehand away. But you didn't. So it's 15-all. Okay. Sakkari to serve here, 15-all. Down the tee, backhand return, and it's missed by Swiatek, so 30-15. Of course, these two players did contest the 2024 final, which was won by Iga Swiatek quite comfortably as well. Tomorrow we will have lots and lots of watch-alongs as well, so do join us for those. 30-15 here for Sakkari. Becomes 30 all. Meanwhile, Casper Ruud holds for 2-1. Yes, to let you know, Siniakova's knocked out the defending champ Mida Andreeva in 3 sets. Yes, it is pretty windy there again, Ashley. Yeah, in Indian Wells. Deuce here, Sakkari against Swiatek. And we're going to get a game point, though, now for Maria Sakkari. She gets to advantage. Can she get over the line and consolidate this early break advantage that she has? Second serve here for Sakkari. Okay, they're into the rally right now. Backhand cross court from Iga's pretty good, but that's going to go long from Sakkari, so it's deuce. Vacherot serving at 1-2, 15-30. Taylor Fritz is another former champion who fell today. But 2 former champions who are through are Cam Norrie and Jack Draper, the 2 Brits that won it in 2021 and 2025, respectively. That's me talking about Fritz and Mickelson. That was an epic point. Somehow Mickelson won. Okay, deuce here with Sakkari and Swiatek over on Stadium 1. Okay. Once again, we've got a game point for Maria Sakkari. And Sakkari finally gets over the line. She holds for 2-love. So, she is up 2-love. What about Mr. Casper Ruud? Well, he's threatening Vacherot, but Vacherot's got it to deuce. So it's 1-2, Vacherot serving. Vacherot won the first set by 6-3 over the Norwegian. Okay. You think so, Jane? Oh, look at this rally. Is that going to be 15-30? It is. Yes, on the Iga Swiatek serve. Lovely backhand pass there. And, wow. A two-time champ in a spot of bother here. Down a break and 15-30 on her serve. Sakui's hit 5 winners to Iga's 1 so far. And Casper Ruud is going to have a break point on the Vacherot serve. Meanwhile, back-to-back points for Iga sees her have a game point. Now, break point number 2 in this game for Casper Ruud. He's got a baseball cap on today, trying to keep the sun out of his eyes. It's a good +1 there from Vacherot, and Casper can't deal with it, so we get back to deuce. Meanwhile, game point for Iga Swiatek. She serves out wide, but going to miss the first serve. So a second serve. Where are you going to go with this second serve? You are going into the backhand of Sakura. It's a good return from Maria. They're into the rally. Some good depth there. A little bit lucky there with the net cord, Iga Swiatek. Forehand to forehand right now. It's a decent forehand from Maria Sakkari. Now into the backhand of Iga, which goes into the net, and we're at deuce. Game point for Vacherot. He does lead by 1-0 over Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud, of course. Both of these players have won 1,000 title in the last 12 months. Casper winning in Madrid, whilst Vacherot won in Shanghai, both last year. Good serve down the tee. Vacherot puts it away, 2 games all. Deuce here between Sakkari and Swiatek. Serves into the net on the first serve. So a second serve for Maria Swiatek. Maria Swiatek? Maria Sakkari to look at. That was 115 miles an hour, that serve. Backhand return into the backhand of Iga Swiatek. Swiatek comes into the net. Oh, Maria tried to pass her with a cross court, but it doesn't work. So game point for Iga Swiatek. Okay, Jasmine Paolini has been dropped by a sponsor. I wonder what that's all about. Seems to be making a lot of fuss online at the moment. Okay, so we're here now at game point now for Iga Swiatek. Backhand to backhand right now, but Sakkari goes long with the backhand, and so we've got our first game now for Iga Swiatek, 2-1. She is down by a break. in this first set. 2-1 Maria Sakkari leads. Over to Casper Ruud and Vacherot. Casper Ruud has 40-15. Just interesting. Just looking at something online. I don't know if Chris Eubanks comes across very well here. Okay. Okay, Vacherot and Ruud are on serve. Sakkari serving at 1-2, 15 love. Vacherot serving at 2-3, 30 love. Oh, Svitolina is one game away from sealing her spot in the round of 16. She leads 6-4, 5-2 on Ashlyn Kruger. Sakkari here at 15 love on her serve, peppering, having to receive some forehands there, and her absorption of the pace from Swiatek, not great. So it's actually love 30 on the Sakkari serve. I may have said 15 love by mistake. Okay, love 30 here on the Sakkari serve. Vacherot gets to 40-15 at 2-3 on his serve. Wow, look at that air shot from Sakkari, by the way. 15-40. We've got some break points. We did have 3 break points. It's just 2 now. Sakkari saves the first of the 3 with a serve out wide and then a forehand into the forehand of Iga that she also had an air shot on. I think it's the wind that's playing havoc with both players there with those 2 air shots. And so it is 15-40. Vacherot 40-30. Anyway, Sakkari here, 15-40. Iga ready to pounce. Backhand return from her is excellent. And we are back on serve. Great return of serve. That was Alex Yalavesk, if I may say. And it's 2 games all. .91 miles an hour, that second serve. And it was punished by Iga Swiatek. 24 minutes on the clock. Iga will now serve at 2 games all. Vacherot here, 2-3, 40-30. Second serve as well for Casper Ruud to look at. Hey, Ghosty. Hey, Ashley. Nice to see you guys chatting in the live chat for this Iga Swiatek Maria Sakkari clash. Vacherot and Ruud, by the way, at deuce, and Swiatek at love 15 on her serve. And we're going to have a break point for Casper Ruud here on the Vacherot serve. He had break points, I think, in the previous service game of Vacherot, but Vacherot got out of trouble. Iga Swiatek gets to 15 all. It was a good second serve into the body of Sakkari. Can Casper Ruud take this break point and go up a break in this second set? Okay, forehand from Vacherot into the forehand of Casper Ruud. Vacherot again on the forehand. Casper on the forehand as well with some good topspin there from Casper. Probably want to get away from that forehand if you can, Vacherot, but it's easier said than done. And now Vacherot puts a backhand long. Casper Ruud breaks. 4-2, he leads. So, are we going the distance in that Vacherot-Casper Ruud match? Quite possibly, with Ruud leading 4-2 in the second set, but Vacherot is up a set to love. Meanwhile, Iga Swiatek has raced into a 40-15 lead, and she's going to convert this, and she's going to hold for 3-2. So 3 games in a row for the 2-time champ. This has been a day of former champions, but because on the men's side, we had Djokovic, who's won the title several times before. He won his match in 3 sets. We had Cam Norrie and Jack Draper, former champions as well. They won their matches in straight sets. Taylor Fritz, the 2022 champ, he lost today in straight sets to Alex Mickelson. And later on today, we're going to have the 2023 and 2024 men's champ come to the court with Carlos Alcaraz. Also, we've got Rybakina in action, a former champ. She's going to be coming up against Marta Kostyuk later on. And we've got... we had Mira Andreeva, a former champ, last year's champion, losing in 3 sets to Katerina Siniakova today. So, former champs, former champs, former champs. Ruud here, love 15 down on his serve, by the way. It is 15 all now for Casper. As he tries to get to 5-2 in this second set. Iga Swiatek leading 3-2. They are on serve, her and Maria Sakkari, but it was 2-love for Sakkari. But now 3 games in a row. It's a hold and then a break and then a hold for Swiatek, steadying the ship somewhat. $15.30 here on the Ruud serve. He serves down the tee, forehand return from Vacherot. But I think that might have clipped the net. So it's going to be another serve here at 15.30. Do let me know in the live chat who you think is winning today. Right, Iga or Maria? Just go for it right now. Put Iga or Maria in the live chat. And let me know who's winning, in your opinion. Who will win? Okay. Swiatek here serving 3-all, 15 love. Okay. Vacherot serving at 2-5, 15 love. Ooh. Yeah, she's a long way behind, Ashley. Long, long way behind. Okay. 4-3 for Iga. And 5-2 for Casper. Okay. Swiatek here. Love 30 on the Maria serve. Okay. Game point here for Sakari. 40-30. Backhand return from Iga into the forehand of Sakari, which is going to go wide. So it is deuce. And Casper Ruud is serving for the second set. 5-3. Okay. 15 hole. Deuce here, by the way, at 4-3, or 3-4, I should say, with Sakari serving. Oh, Casper Ruud, 15-40. 2 break points for Vacherot to get this back on serve. Oh, game point now for Sakari after a backhand from Swiatek goes into the net. And Ruud saves the first of the break points, gets to 30-40. Adrian here going for an ego win. Oh, an ace there from Casper Ruud just at the right time. Oh, so anyway, some of the break points have been saved. I'm not sure if it was an ace or not, but either way, we're at deuce. And Vacherot is not looking particularly amused. Game point here. No break point for Iga Swiatek at 3-4. Good serve down the tee from Sakari. Now on the forehand of Sakari. She goes long. And so we've got the break of serve, and Iga Swiatek will serve for the first set. So Swiatek serving for the first set. 5-3, 15 love. Casper Ruud, by the way, has won the second set over Vacherot. Look at that aerial shot, by the way. Nice. Yeah, Casper Ruud does it. Okay, 2 set points here for Iga Swiatek. And she's got the job done. So her and Casper Ruud, 2 clay dons, I think it's fair to say. Both winning their sets at very different moments. Sakari, by the way, though, will be kicking herself. She was up an early break and leads now, though. Swiatek wins that first set by 6-3. Okay. Okay, so Vacherot and Ruud get underway in the third set. Okay. Sakari is serving love 15. And Casper Ruud, by the way, is up an early break in the third set. Someone upset with Glock. Yep. Okay, so where are we at with these two matches? Well, let's bring you up to date. Sakari is down a break in the second set. I mean, Casper Ruud is up an early break already on Vacherot. So we are looking at pretty significant swings in these matches. Maria Sakkari has lost 7 of the last 8 games, 50 minutes on the clock. And Casper Ruud holds for 2-love. Forehand return here from Sakkari into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek, though, puts that forehand away. Wins for Alex Mickelson and Rinji Hikchikata and Jack Draper and Cam Norrie today. Norrie beating De Minaur in straight sets. Draper beating Cerudolo in straight sets. And Draper's going to be playing Novak Djokovic as a result. Milovan Draper, though, last year's champ on the women's side, is out. Okay, into the rally here. Iga Swiatek on the forehand into the backhand of Sakkari. That's going to land out. 30-love. And Draper's going to leave the top 10 after Indian Wells. Yeah, she had 2 WTA 1000 finals titles, didn't she, in the first few months of last year. Iga Swiatek here, 40-love, by the way. 3 game points to consolidate the early break in the second set. Smash there from Iga's going to go long, so 40-15. It was a difficult smash from the baseline. And Sakkari doesn't win that game, so Swiatek holds for 2-love. And it's 15-love here on the Sakkari serve. Meanwhile, Casper Ruud serving at 2-1, an hour and a half on the clock for this particular encounter. Though in the third set, Ruud is leading 2-1 with a break. Swiatek with a wonderful forehand winner there to get to 15-all. And she's potentially going to run away with this match, much like she did the 2024 final. Ruud, meanwhile, is love 15 on his serve. And Ruud here 15-30. So a little bit of discomfort perhaps for Casper. We're experiencing technical difficulties, says my stream, for Ruud and Vacherot. We've got a game point for Casper at 40-30. And Sakari took a little bit of an effort, but she does get over the line on her serve. So it's 2-1. So it's just the one break of serve that Iga has. She did get to deuce on the Maria serve, but a wonderful forehand winner for Maria at deuce there. And Ruud holds finally for 3-1. He was 15-30 down. So I had to get out of a bit of a hole. So when they return to the courts, Swiatek will be serving. She's up a set and a break on Maria Sakkari, and Casper Ruud leads Vacherot by a break in the deciding set. 15 love here for Iga. And Vacherot is 1-3, 30-15. Wonderful to have so many of you on board watching today. Do hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Lovely drop shot there from Sakari to get us to 15 all. It's a long way back from Marie at the moment. She's a set and a breakdown in an environment where Iga has made the semis at least for the last 3 years. She won the title in 23 and 24. Okay, wonderful that you can hit the like button and also subscribe. If you all hit subscribe right now, you'll see this little number just below my head tick over. Swiatek here serving at 15-30, by the way, so a little bit of pressure here for Iga on her 7. She's missed the first serve down the tee. Backhand cross court into the backhand of Coco. Forehand from Iga. Forehand from Swiatek on the run there with good depth, and it bounced off the court quite low. Drop shot from Iga is not going to get over the net. Interesting choice there from Iga. She's not known for her drop shots, and it is 15-40. So 2 break back point opportunities for Maria Sakkari here. Casper Ruud leads 3-2 with a break in the deciding set on Vacherot. Swiatek saves the first of those 2 break points. I'm going to put my slippers on. It's actually starting to get a bit chilly now. We've had a good couple of weeks weather in Germany, but that seems to be at an end for a little while. I've got to just locate my slippers now. Call me an old man. Okay. Oakley dokley, here we go. So, I need to adjust my set because Madison Keys and Sonny Cartallo are about to get underway. So there you go. You can still see all these matches. Iga Swiatek saved both of those break points and gets us to deuce. Casper Ruud 3-2, 30 love. Technical difficulties. Okay. That's no good to anyone. All right. It is what it is. We are at deuce here once again. Wonderful return of serve there from Maria Sakkari, by the way. Dare I say it, out of the Alexiala school book. She had a break, bringing that break point about before an unreturned serve got us back to deuce. But we are going to have another break point for Maria Sakkari, the 4th one of this game. Ruud, by the way, has 3 game points to get him to 4-2. Plenty of you watching right now. If you can all hit subscribe at the same time, this number should at least go over and tick over nicely. So yeah, here comes that next break point for Sakkari. Break point number 4 in this game. She had 1540, then she's had a couple more break points. Oh, wonderful passing shot there from Sakkari, and we're back to 2-all. So we're on serve. Ruud holds for 4-2, 2 games away from the victory, and a spot in the round of 16 where potentially Carlos Alcaraz would lie in wait. Madison Keys and Sonny Cartala are about to get underway on Stadium 2. And Sakkari serving at 2-all, 15 love. And thank you for our latest subscriber. Thank you very much. Yeah, that return was wild, Ghosty. Absolutely wild. As I suggested, maybe it came out of the Alex Ayala school of returns. Let's have a look at the WTA live rankings, because Mira Andreeva is going to be dropping out of the top 10. After this loss today. Well, I have her at number 10 in the live rankings, but there seems to be a lot of confidence that she will be dropping out. Of course, there are matches to come that could see Osaka get some points, for example. Mukova as well. Bencic. All of these players are still in the tournament, ranked just below Mira in the rankings. Madison Keys as well. But Madison's defending semi-final points, so it might be quite tough for her. Svitolina up to number 8 in the world, by the way. Ayala is 28 in the live rankings. But Kostyuk is still in the tournament. She's playing Rybakina later. Oh, wow. What a forehand down the line that is from Sakkari to get us to 30-15. I don't know any further updates from obviously yesterday in terms of her having a left arm injury. Listen, my eye test is not that reliable, but I'm optimistic as it's not her tennis playing arm. Nevertheless, we have to think of Miami being in doubt, at least for now. Sakkari goes long there, and so we get to 30-all. Which match will finish first? Casper Ruud? Or this one with Iga and Maria? Casper Ruud is only 2 games away from the win, so unless that goes to a tie-break and Iga runs away with this set, you'd imagine that the Ruud-Vacherot match will finish first, especially as Ruud is up a set in this deciding set. Sakkari has 40-30 after Swiatek goes long. Andreeva is about to retake the court alongside Mboko up against Hailey Baptiste and Yelena Ostapenko. Should be a fun one there on Stadium 6. Good serve down the tee there from Sakkari, but it must have just landed out. So a second serve here for Iga Swiatek to look at, and there's the wind. Good return there from Iga into the backhand of Maria, and she can't deal with that, putting it into the net, so we're at deuce. I mean, it depends on how bad it is. Listen, even if you're not using your left arm to play tennis with, in terms of your movement and discomfort, yeah, you know, only Coco can answer that question, but you have to have a standpoint, a starting point of, unless you can show evidence otherwise that the player is going to make the right decision, especially one as professional as Coco. Okay, are we going to get another break of serve here? Great return there from Swiatek, forcing the error, I would argue, on the right forehand side. And so we have got a break point for Iga Swiatek. Casper Ruud, by the way, 4-3, but he is love 15 down on his serve. Shall we have a look at some ATP live rankings, by the way? Medvedev is just outside the top 10. Bublik, losing in the round of 32 today, is currently ranked 10. And we've got a break of serve for Iga Swiatek. She leads now, once again, with a break advantage in this set. By the way, I don't know if we've all seen the interaction between Coco van der Weyde, I think I'm saying her name right, and Chris Eubanks. There seem to be a lot of reactions to this. From what I saw, I don't think either maybe come out of it looking great. Maybe Chris worse than Coco, but I do understand that there is a bit of context here, and a lot of people seem to be upset with Coco's commentary abilities, at least. And I know we all have different experiences with the two people involved. So, Iga Swiatek and Maria Sakkari return to the court. Iga Swiatek is currently 3 games away from the win, and it is on her serve. So I'm just having a quick look at one or two things on social media. Swiatek here serving at 3-2, 15 all. Casper Ruud has a game point for 5-3 to put himself within touching distance of the round of 16. He was down a set, and I think I remember Ghosty suggesting that Vacherot might win, and I don't blame you for that prediction. Not at all. I can't explain it other than more than just watch Ghosty and come to your own conclusions. I know that a lot of people have experience with the two protagonists, let's call them. And I think people are basing their judgment probably based on where they stand with that. I also understand it's completely subjective. But my personal take is that I don't think Chris comes out of it looking too great, but I believe I'm very much in the minority when it comes to that take, and I'm okay with that. Good body serve there from Iga. Forehand winner from Swiatek, bringing up 30 all. She was 15-30 down. Oh, we've got a break point for Mr. Vacherot at 4-3 on the Casper serve. So maybe your prediction could yet come to fruition. By the way, I'm not sure it was a prediction, Ghosty, wasn't it? It was just, I think you just posited the idea that Vacherot could well win that. And I responded by saying, yeah, I don't think that would be a big shock. I saw it as a 55-45 pre-match in Casper's favor, but not much more than that. Casper saves the break point, by the way, so we do get to deuce. Or back to deuce, I should say. I don't have a Tennis Channel subscription, Ghosty, but I know it's, I've seen it a few times on social media. Smash here from Swiatek, bringing up a game point for Iga to edge her closer to victory. Another break point for Vacherot. No, tell a lie. Game point for Casper. These two matches could well finish at a very, very similar time. If you have TikTok, by the way, do check us out. We are there. And we're ready for your follow. Okay, 40-30 here for the Iga serve. Forehand to forehand right now. Drop shot from Saka is not going to be anywhere near good enough, and Iga holds for 4-2. Meanwhile, Casper Ruud saves a break point and holds for 5-3. Meaning Vacherot is serving to stay in the match at 3-5. Yeah, do look for it, Ghosty, and let me know what you think. I think 80% of what I've seen for the reactions are all siding with Chris. But I think they're siding with Chris more based on some backstory that I just don't know about. Yeah. I think if you take it in isolation, you might view it differently, but you might not. And that's okay. Backhand return from Swiatek. Down the line is a great return, and as a result, it's love 15. Backhand return into the backhand of Sakari. Forehand up the line from Sakari is going to go wide, and so it's love 30. Vacherot serving to stay in the match, 15 all. So we might be coming to a conclusion in that match pretty quickly. We also might come to a conclusion in this one pretty quickly too, because it's love 30 here on the Sakari serve. Backhand to backhand up the middle of the court, but Swiatek goes long. Actually, I think I said that Swiatek won the title in 23 and 24. That's not true. I think it was 22 and 24 that she won the title. Backhand return from Iga goes into the net, so it's 30 all. Yeah, 23 she lost in the semis. But listen to this. What a roll call at Indian Wells for Iga Swiatek. She wins the title in 2022. She gets to the semifinals in 2023. She wins the title in 2024. She gets to the semifinals in 2025. Does that mean she wins the title in 2026? Yeah, maybe. She wants to keep up that run. 2 game points for Vacherot, 40-15, by the way. Forehand on the line from Sakari. Smash from Sakari lands in. It's a winner off the racket of Maria Sakari, and she has a game point to get us to 4-3. Forehand return is really good from Iga, forcing the error off the racket of Sakari, and we get to deuce. So deuce here on the Sakari serve. Oh, we've got a break point now for Sakari. Casper Ruud and Vacherot break there, change of ends, and when they return to the court, Ruud will be serving for the match. Meanwhile, Maria Sakari here, facing a break point, 2-4, serves to the backhand of Swiatek. And that's going to go long, I think, from Sakari. It is. So 5-2. In fact, my situation of asking who's going to win their match first is very much on, because both Iga Swiatek and Casper Ruud are sitting down, knowing that when they return to the court, they were doubles partners, I think, as well in the US Open last year. But anyway, when they return to the court, they're both going to be serving for their matches. I think they may do Ghosty. I don't know. Is in terms of their history. They may be in trying to introduce it too. I felt it was real Ghosty, but feelings, as we know, can be wrong. Definitely unusual. Yeah, I agree. If it's not real, then I think that's kind of sad for where we're at with TV, I think. But, and I know they do that a lot. I've seen it a lot on the radio where you just get two people that just have to disagree with each other. But they're not just disagreeing, are they? You know, they're disagreeing over whether you think Swiatek or Sakari is going to win, or Carlos or Yannick is different. And if it is not real, then they're doing a very good job of acting, let's say. Okay, Ruud serving for the match is now at 30-15, so they have returned to the court. I think we're going to need a juice in that one and a game to love for Iga if Iga's going to win this battle to the finish line. Do stay with us, by the way, because I'm going to do some predictions. I'm going to go through some of the next rounds that have been created after today's wins for players like Jack Draper against Novak Djokovic. For example, I'll be previewing all of those round of 16 clashes. I'll be doing it at the end of these matches. So do stay with us. Casper Ruud, 30-15 on his serve. He's going to have 2 match points, is Casper. And to make matters worse for Iga in her race to the finish line, she's down love 15 on her serve. So just hitting the 2-hour mark exactly. Casper Ruud gets the job done. Exactly 2 hours. He overcomes a 1-set down deficit to Vacherot to go 3-6, 6-3, 6-4. Casper Ruud is through to the next round, where he will play the winner of Carlos Alcaraz and Artur Rinderknech. I would expect that to be Carlos, but you never know with Carlitos. He may well surprise us, as he has done so often in the past. But the way Carlos is playing right now, you'd expect him to set up a match with Casper Ruud. Anyway, let's therefore hone in on Maria Sakari against Iga Swiatek. $30-15 now for Iga. So she is 2 points away from the win. Okay, so we're at 30-15 for Iga. It's going to be 40-15, so 2 match points now for Iga Swiatek. I said it would be an interesting race to the finish line. Let's see if she can get over that finish line and wrap the deal up. Serves into the net on the first serve, so a second serve here for Maria Sakari to look at. Where are you going to go with this second serve? You are going Backhand return. Good return there from Sakkari, but well dealt with by Iga. Backhand cross-court from Iga. Sakkari in all sorts of trouble. She puts her backhand long. Swiatek can celebrate. She is through to the next round where she will play Karolina Muchova. Nice exchange between the two at the net, avenging that loss that Iga had in Qatar to Maria Sakkari recently. So she goes on in the desert. And Sakkari has to lick her wounds and head off to Miami. There we go. This is Iga in the desert. 2022 winner. 2023 semis. 2024 winner. 2025 semis, where she lost to last year's eventual champion Mira Andreeva, who went out today. And 2026, will she be winning the title again? It was a pretty dominant performance, but she was down an early break, wasn't she, to Sakkari in that first set? I think it was down 2-love with the break. But once she got it back on serve, she was the better player. I think she ran off winning 6 games out of 7. She went up an early break as well in the second set. This is Iga herself before Maria got it back on track. But ultimately, a comfortable win, as the scoreline suggests. And so Maria Sakkari is out and Iga Swiatek goes through. Shall we have a look at some of the upcoming matches in Indian Wells and give them a preview? I think we will. I'm going to get the draw up and then I'll share that with you on the screen as well. So let's do that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.